Hi! So, this is my first makeup video in quite a hot minute. That's too much mirror, thank you very much. So, I'm doing a look today. I think I'm going to film, like, another video, but I'm not sure yet. But I have new products to try in this. Some of which I've never tried before, and some of which I repurchased, and so I'm excited for. I guess we should, like, just get into it, maybe? The moisturizer I use, it's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer from Trader Joe's. I don't really go to Trader Joe's, but I got this as like a Christmas present a year or two ago. It's absolutely my favorite moisturizer because like it says, it's a gel, and gels just feel so much better and more fun than creams, I guess is what I was gonna say. I don't know, man. Also, I do realize that my hair is quite faded. I have a plan. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to try is the KVD Beauty. Is it called KVD Beauty? I don't have a lot of experience with eye primers. I've mostly just used concealer, and so I'm going on a fun little journey, I guess. So, this is the KVD Shake Primer. Looks a little bit weird. So the instructions are: shake well to mix, remove cap, press button on bottom of bottle to dispense 1 drop, use fingers to blend on lids, let dry for a few seconds before applying eyeshadow. Whoa! Can you see that? I don't know if you can. Weird! What the heck? I don't know how long I'm supposed to shake it for. Sorry, I'm nervous. There we go. Ooh! Oh, okay. Wow. That's so interesting. So, it, you know, starts out quite liquidy, just like blending, I don't know, a liquid on your eye, but then after a few seconds it starts getting more and more tacky. Oh my god, that's so fun. Oh, that's sticky. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see how this works. One thing I've been getting more and more into the habit of is placing a liquid lipstick down and then using shadow on top of it, just so I make sure that the base is really pigmented. My eyelid has been causing me a lot of troubles in makeup. This isn't new. I've only started like documenting it over the past few months, but I actually have an appointment to go get my little checkup with the eye doctor in July. So the end might be within sight, but regardless, I'm still going to try to avoid the inner corner just to set myself up for success. So what I'm thinking is doing like I don't know if it's not like a graphic liner per se, but like a winged liner plus eyeshadow with like very little on the inside. Don't really know how to explain it. I hope you'll see what I'm doing and learn from that. Also, I think this is going to be a little bit weird for me. Hey now, don't do that. This is going to be a fun little different video because I'm going to try to incorporate more voiceover work than I normally do. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Okay, I am first going in with the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Kitten Heels as a base for the shadow portion of this look. I am applying it in like a winged shape, and I am dragging it out softly to start blending the edges. I'll let you know, this color and lipstick doesn't actually stay for the whole look, but it's the same process I use when I recreate this look. I am then using a bright red eyeshadow and just stamping along the inner line just to make it super pigmented and defined. I am also blending along the way with the same brush, which really isn't setting myself up for success, but you know what? I can make my own mistakes. Thank you very much. I am taking a Q-tip with micellar water and trying to clean up the shape here, but because of using the liquid lipstick and using this primer, which is incredibly tacky and long wearing, or at least hard to get off, It's not going exactly how I want, but that is the process. This eye primer is serving a lot stronger than I expected. So I am a little bit nervous that we're not going to be able to get the shape perfect, but I'm going to keep working on it and we will just try, I guess. I am now taking a fluffy brush and taking a light red and blending out the edges the best I can, while intermittently going back with that packing eyeshadow brush and the vibrant red to try and make the innermost part of the shape as defined as I possibly can. Okay, that's about as good as it's going to be for right now. So I have something, I'm going to do a purple like liner on the inside of this, and then once I get that down, I'll do some more blending, cleaning up, refinement, and then I think we'll go from there. I am using the Suva Beauty UV Brights Hydro Liner Palette in the shade Weirdo for this. I am going on the inner line, I don't know, what's the opposite of outline? Anyways, I'm going on the inline of the winged shadow look and just kind of creating some liner there. I also connect this to my lid and, for lack of a better term, put a little wing on my lid with the same color. I also end up connecting the liners in the middle, which I think will be a good look in general. However, this color palette really didn't serve this. Also, just as a disclaimer, I know this color palette doesn't look very good. I didn't really like it, but that was the idea I had for this video, so we went with it. And the most important part of this video is trying out new products and not exactly how the final look is completely cohesive and great. Okay, so now that I have like the basic shape down, first I'm going to wait for the liner to dry. I think I'll go in and make the red shadow a little bit more finalized in the shape, and then clean up the inside and apply a second layer of the purple. And I will be back with lashes or putting the next new product on my eyelid. So I just want to do a brief little disclaimer beforehand. In one of my previous videos, I believe I said that the ABH Dream Palette is my favorite highlighting palette. That is true, but I do not support ABH. I got that a few years ago and I am not repurchasing from them in light of recent events. Just wanted to put that out there. So the reason I got this new product is because I wanted to find another purple highlighter, and so I ended up finding one from Rcma Beauty. Now, I haven't really tried this. I've kind of swatched it. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little bit broken in the bottom. I'll put a picture here as to what it first looked like when it came in. Looking at that, I was like, oh no. This is a very delicate product. So I was like, here, I'm gonna try and fix these a little bit. And then this ended up happening with the other highlighter. So I got two Rcma Beauty highlighters. This is what the second one looks like. Yeah, it fell and completely shattered. Not happy about it, but at least it wasn't the purple shade. I'm going to go out and say right now I am not going to repurchase this product. Not because I'm like upset that it happened, though I am. I'm not upset like at the company or whatever. However, this product is very soft, and if it cannot handle being dropped once, it should not be in my personal makeup collection, because I drop shit all the time. And so, hoping that this Rcma Beauty highlighter in the shade Okay, now I am not purchasing it because I'm mad. You want to see what happened? Come here. This is what happened. Let me clean this up real quick. Back to using the palette of the brand I'm no longer supporting. Let's talk about what just happened, shall we? Great. This is how it is swatched, by the way. Here's the thing. I've been a fan of Ariana Grande for a while, and I was like, oh my god, she's coming out of the makeup line. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the packaging. And that's what stopped me from buying for a while. And then I saw someone review it. A lot of comments were like, y'all care way too much about packaging. It's about the product. And I went, you know, you're right. So I ordered 2 shades. I ordered Miss Venus and Miss Mercury and Miss Neptune. The first one I dropped. I guess it might have dropped open, and so I thought the first one just shattered. And I think it did, but also I don't think they're like glued into the pan. I like cannot believe that happened. I don't. Here, let's see, for example. And this is a cardboard palette. I was literally just about to say, like, you know, if something is so soft, like a powder is so soft that when I drop it once, it should not be in my collection. But I didn't even drop that one. The product just fell out. Whatever. You know, that just... RM Beauty's not the brand for me. I will take that as a sign from the universe. I cannot tell you how, like, I was a little bit emotionally wrecked after this, but we are moving on. I ended up using the purple shade from that highlighting palette I just showed you on my lids. Guess I know this line is uneven. I honestly don't care at this point. Okay, moving on, I guess. I still have other products, but that was like supposed to be the showstopper, one of the main parts of the video. Fuck me then, I guess. Now, this is a semi-new product. I got it at the same time as those highlighters, but I did end up using it, and it's gorgeous. I love it. It's the LA Girl Dream Glitter Iridescent Liquid Eyeshadow / Eye Topper in the shade... Does it have a shade? Iridescent Dream? It's like... It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous! So... in order to not really disrupt anything, I'm going to take it on the back of my hand. You see that? And take just a fluffy brush, lightly tap it on the lid. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference. This is the one with the glitter. This isn't. Let's get a little zoom in for you. I'm going to apply a little bit more, just so you can hopefully see the effect. So this is the eye with the glitter, and this is without. I mean, come on, look at that, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, this was literally like $5 or $6. It's gorgeous. It doesn't like bunch up in my creases. I really like it. It's the best like glitter I have, especially I don't have a lot of glitters. Okay, so I'm gonna put on lashes, and then I will be back to start working on the face. Look at that. Okay. This is what's gonna happen. Okay, wow, the last thing that threw me over the edge was the lash. Didn't expect that. Okay, I'm gonna redo my eyes. It's gonna be a little bit different because now I know what I'm doing. And I'll see you when they're done. Hey, I'm back. So, this is how the look is now. Is it completely even? No. Do I like it a lot better? Also, yes. I primed my nose, forehead, and chin with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. But I have a different primer for the rest of my face. For the other primer, I have the Matte Putty Primer. I think I tried like the normal one, but I've never tried the matte one, and I want to use it on my cheeks. My cheeks especially is where I have noticed like pores showing up once I still put on my foundation and stuff. And you know, that's just how faces work, so it's quite possible this won't completely get rid of them, but I figured it'd be worth to try it. Here's what it looks like. I've heard that you have to like really rub this in to like fill it in or something. Come on, nail and yeep. Sorry. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, so I don't know how much you can see, but the matte, so like, obviously didn't get rid of my pores. I still have pores. That's how the world works. But the matteness really helped kind of like diminish them. I'm going to put on my forehead too, and then I'll do a close-up so you can see the difference. This is the side with the primer, and this is without. I'm not going to keep one side with and without for putting on foundation. That was just mostly for like a visual effect, so who knows if we'll actually be able to tell a big old difference with foundation on, but I don't want my face to look unsymmetrical in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to put on some color corrector, and then I will be able to show y'all the new foundation. So the foundation I have is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. I have tried this before, but I'm pretty sure, one, it was the wrong shade, and two, that was so long ago. So I'm going to try it again. I don't know fully if this is the right shade. I did swatch it, and it destroyed my shirt. Thank you, Ulta. We're going to try it out today. See if I can make it work. Also, this is in the shade 1.3 Light Porcelain. Is that right? It's a pump, by the way. Very runny, which does not make sense, I guess. I can't remember last time I used this brush, but it's like an oval brush, and then you just wipe it on. Oh, so eloquently said. I'm just going to take some, not a whole lot. I don't know why I thought trying a new foundation with a new brush was a good idea. I will say, it's like, with this brush, even though this is not something I'm reviewing, it's like real good to get in the corners of your nose, in my opinion. Hello, this is my makeup channel and someone else's opinion. Okay, I need a little bit more. So far, on like this side, I think the I think the shade match is pretty good. It's definitely like medium to full coverage. Does it say that? It says full. It says full coverage. Whatever. It's definitely more makeup than I'd like to put around my nose / eye, or foundation I'd like to put near my nose / eye area normally, but I guess my brain just isn't really working today. Wow, I'm actually really proud of this shade match. I think it could be considered a bit light, but I am on the light side, and so I really don't care that much. And it is fairly buildable. I still might go down with my foundation stick on places like my cheeks, but we will see once I have the full layer on. I know I already said I'm not reviewing the brush, but it has been a very long time since I've used it, so I wanted to kind of share the learning curve. I end up kind of dragging it to spread the product around my face, but when I actually want to work on like the finishing texture, I ended up tapping it kind of like a beauty sponge. Thought it was worth mentioning. Okay, so now that we've got mostly applied, I know it seems like I'm just searching for compliments here, but this shade match is so much better than I had anticipated. I am literally horrible at finding a shade match. I can never seem to figure out, like, I went into the store this time, which is probably part of the reason, but like my original plan was to swatch my foundation stick at Ulta and then find a shade that matched this one, or the stick. But it was a wild time at Ulta. Every single one of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundations, the pump was plugged, and so they all spattered all over my shirt, like I showed earlier. And there were only like a couple shades of the stick foundation that I use there and to swatch, and none of them were even close to me, and I was like, okay. So very much impressed with my shade matching skills. Yeah, I'd say this is pretty full coverage. I don't know if it's like the fullest, but with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer and Camo Powder Foundation, it's gonna be just fine. So now I am taking the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm and blending it out with like a highlighting brush. I don't know, I think this shape brush is really good to use underneath the eyes. So also, I like in my, what was it, last video or something, I've used exclusively beauty sponge. I've gone back to just mostly using brushes. I don't use sponges a lot because, well, I'll admit to you, I'm not very proud about this, but I have gotten into a fairly good routine for washing makeup brushes, but sponges, they just take a lot of work. You gotta wring them out multiple times, and then it's a lot, and I simply do not have the patience for that, so I just use brushes. Okay, let's do some blush. I'm going to take the Milani cream blush in the shade 110 Nude Kiss. It's like a mauve-ish, I guess. I don't know if that's mauve. Also, I know this is not the most conventional way to apply blush, but generally I don't use contour because I'm not very skilled at it. I can't really normally find a color that like suits me and is more of a contour and not a bronzer, and so I'm not in the habit of it. So I tend to just use my blush as both like blush and contour, for lack of a better term. Today is not every day. Today I am going to put some contour on. So using the e.l.f. Putty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, I believe, but it's really, oh yeah, Tan Lines. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm using the e.l.f. Putty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, and I'm not going to take it the whole line. I'm just going to find the most hollow part of my cheek and try to concentrate it there. Literally 2 seconds ago I just said I don't like using bronzers for contour shades, but go off, I guess. Like I said, I do only apply it in the hollows though, because I find drawing a straight line just does not give the same effect. So I think I'm going to use the Rcma No Color Powder to set my face, and then I'm gonna apply the e.l.f. Camo Coverage Powder Foundation for any places that I want some more coverage. So basically I end up taking the same brush I used for the concealer and making sure there are no creasing underneath the eyes before I start stamping in the Rcma No Color Powder underneath my eyes and then like on my nose and kind of on my upper cheeks. After that I take a fluffy brush from Real Techniques and kind of pat and then buff the same said powder all over my face, just so we've got a nice powdery base. This is actually one of the things I do most often is put powder foundation on my under eye, because I just find a lot of the time once I set it, it gets a lot darker, or at least becomes clearer, it's darker. This is kind of a controversial thing to do, just because it's really not in style anymore, I'd say. But I'm going to take the powder foundation and go underneath my contour slash blush just to try and make a more distinct line. But I'm going to use a brush. I've been using a sponge recently and it just makes it so harsh, and like sometimes I like it, but sometimes I absolutely do not. I just use my powder foundation and lightly tap it underneath my quote-unquote contour and blush line. I actually do end up using the sponge method and draw a straight line, but I really just keep that at the back of my cheek. It's when it kind of goes the full length that it kind of turns me off, but yeah, I like it up there. I think that's, I don't know. I also use that on my nose, and that was really a bad idea. Don't do that. That was maybe not my best choice, but you know, whatever. You live and you learn. Okay, now I'm taking this Milani blush in the shade Romantic Rose. This is a powder blush. I'm just going to try and put a little bit more color back, as well as try and save my nose from what I just did. Using this powder blush, I go over my nose to try and fix the foundation lines. I actually use too much blush for that, and then I have to end up going back over with the powder foundation. But otherwise, I just put that blush on the other blushed parts of my face. I also used some to blend out my eyeshadow look. I didn't really have any other reason for that other than I wanted to blend some more and I thought it would tie the look together nicely. Gotta finish up so my dog can go outside and sunbathe. She loves to sunbathe. She could tan, she'd be a little leathery old lady. So I ended up, for this look, I ended up using a darker liquid lipstick because I just thought that the tones that I used didn't have enough contrast. So a little bit darker with the red and the purple, which you might say, doesn't that just match up the contrast again? I'd say, I don't know, you tell me. The shade I end up using is called Cherry Skies, and I kind of just drag that on my lower lash line. And then I end up using the same vivid red shade that I used in my first look to blend it out, mixed with maybe a little bit of the red, lighter red shade. I'm not really sure. Honestly, I just kind of take one color and use it to buff it out. That's how I rock, for the lower lash line at least. Now we're moving on to highlight. You know the drill. I'm gonna spray a face spray and then I'm gonna apply the highlight. I spray my face in 3 sections as it dries pretty quickly. I do the middle for my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin, and then on my left and right side I spray, and then I do my cheekbone and my eyebrow bone. I like to do my eyebrow highlight in like almost the shape of a triangle because I don't have eyebrows. I like to, I don't know, fake the arch more, even though I have very defined brow bones. I don't know. Give me a reason to apply highlight, I'm doing it. I use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Eggplant, and then I put a tiny bit of dark purple shadow at the base of the lash line, and then I go back in with that red and just buff it out again. So regarding the lip choice, I'm kind of torn. I got this like nude sheer lippy, sorry, I don't know why I said that. I mean, I know why, but I regret it. A sheer lipstick that's like my perfect nude, I think. But I haven't tried it with like foundation and stuff. So I want to do that, but I don't know if that will really match this look. So my first thought is to use this, but it's really patchy. So I think I'm going to take a lip liner similar to this color, put this on the outer edges, and then blend in with this color. I'll tell you the color names once I'm done lining my lips. The lip liner I use is by Ilamasoka, and it's in the shade Lust. I do a little X right on my Cupid's bow, and then I just, connect the ends of my mouth to that, making sure not to overline the sides of my lips, as that can get a little bit dicey. Okay, for the outer parts, I'm using the NYX Lingerie XXL in the shade Sizzlin'? Great. And then on the inside, I'll be using the shade Unlaced. So I find generally this deeper red isn't opaque in one coat, and when you apply multiple coats, it can get kind of patchy and also like flaky. So basically I apply it and then I try to like blend it out so it's not so overloaded with products in some parts, and you can tell sometimes it doesn't work very well. I end up using my powder foundation to clean it up because I don't want to use liquid, as that could mess up the textures of everything. And then with the second lipstick, I end up going in with a separate brush completely to apply it, because I think using the applicator would apply too much product and once again make the product start pilling, is that what it's called? It gets real not great. If you ask, why do you apply it to your bottom lip? It's because I don't care about the shape of my bottom lip nearly as much as the top one. Holy moly. I like it. I actually have one more step. I'm going to take the glitter I used on my lid and use it on my cheeks. That's my big secret. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm trying to like make sure I have as little product on the brush as I can beforehand so it won't like disrupt anything, but we'll see. I like that. Let's put on the... I want to stay somewhat conservative with this glitter because I don't... I want it to be a little accent. If I put it everywhere, it's not going to be an accent. So I think I'm going to put this on my little eyebrow highlights, and then I think we'll be done. One question, should I put a gloss on? I was thinking this one. We're done. Oh my goodness. It was a struggle. But here we are. We survived. I survived. I did all the work. I survived. Don't try to take this credit from me. You want me a little close-up? I'll give you a close-up. Don't look at the cheeks. Don't do that. That's forking rude, man. Sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you. Okay, I am gonna pat some of the gloss on. I think it'll look nice. Sue me! Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a bit of a train wreck, but I got to try out some new products. Should I go over them, I guess? Okay, starting with the eye primer. That is intense. If you do not set every part of your lid at the very least, your lid will stick to itself. It's so tacky, and I'm really excited to find out what that means in, like, longevity. I think sometimes it makes it a little bit hard to, like, blend shadows. I don't know. Is that illegal for me to say that? The glitter. Oh my god, the glitter. I already knew I loved it, but I love it. It's so good. Go get it right now. The Matte Putty Primer, I actually like it a lot. Like, it's pretty smooth, especially like right here, and then my forehead's real smooth. I like that as well. I especially want to see how it interacts with the Power Grip Primer, because I do like that one for longevity, but if I can just layer them, then maybe I found a real good go-to. And the foundation, I also really like it. I would say the coverage is medium to full, somewhat buildable, and I got the color pretty good. If you liked this video, I have a couple of other makeup videos on this channel. I also have an Instagram, Violets Are Red, with an E instead of, no, with a 3 instead of the E in red. regardless, there's a lot more makeup there, so if you're like interested in that, you can follow me there. I don't really have any tutorials up, but I would actually be down to do them. I'd be down to do them. Let's just leave it at that. I don't know what video you're going to see from me here next. It's a little bit up in the air. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you next time. Bye!